All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the...
Down.
57's the mic.
180.
57's the mic.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. TJ Green with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away as they saw over the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
What are you doing?
Tackle made by Demarius Randall. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Carr now to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check 49, check 49.
Express.
On third and long, it's Carr. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
57's the mic.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Slams.
OP, OP. Express.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
New strike chief.
Safety's creeping.
New 80.
On second and 9, Carr. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball is expected to be caught.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Running right, Jones.
I got him. I got him.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 5 at the 45-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
I got him. I got him.
Check, 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 check.
Greystone travel. Hey, Zoo. Check go.
Throwing Jones. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's third down.
Don't let him free. Don't let him free. Play that
Fair.
free defense.
This is Jones.
Go, go, go. He running.
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Jaguars.
They can't see
Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Carr gets it to Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Down. Blue 80.
Tight end left, tight end left.
10-0 to score after one on EA Sports.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. What down? Blue 80.
Your track, your track.
Hey, 734.
57.
Hey, exit.
57's a Mike.
That's up.
Throwing on first down is Carr. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Carr now on first down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
That's how we do it, baby.
Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just can't.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
57's the Mike.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Now Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch 57.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Hey, wahoo.
Watch the shift.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Watch Swiss, watch Swiss, watch.
Topper.
Check 24, check 24.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Mike, 44.
Check.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver and the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Another day.
Down.
57's the Mike. 57.
we're good. Get wide, 80. Easy, easy. Kill.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack.
All you get is a headache.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
22-yard line.
Down. 180.
57's the Mike.
Deuce right.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Rush in.
29.
Rush in.
Check it out. Check 99.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Mike's 56. Hey, Charlie.
Blue Jam.
To throw his Carr. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Check 3. Check right Monday. Down. 280.
Carr gonna throw. The catch made by Miller. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
93.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll run here with Mack.
Go, run.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll run it. It's Mack. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Looking to run with Mack. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marlon Mack. His 9th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
His head sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Ready?
And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Ready?
Jones now to throw again. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Got it, 44, Mike, 44.
Rip left.
Shoot.
On first down, Jones And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? 30 base.
Check, check.
You must be dreaming.
44, 44. Mike, 44. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Buzz.
44 is the mic.
Get it.
44 is the mic.
Jones
You can't block
from
me.
the gun,
You
he'll
can't block
throw.
me. You can't block me.
Open man is Robbie Anderson. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Go.
Motion.
Hey, Foxtrot. Say go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Set, ready? 60 or 44.
Come off the ball hard.
Hit it.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Jones.
I got you, boy.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Get ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's Jones off the play fake. He's going to air one out for that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Robbie Anderson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29.
Let's go.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Mack on the counter. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Down. Blue 80.
57's Mike.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd
I know
down.
you feel that.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
57's the Mike. Alpha. The Mike.
From the gun now on 3rd down. Carr. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Jags grab it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
65. 64. 65.
Ship.
44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
Watch the curve.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Jones operating from the gun. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
We got this.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
42.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Hey, check 24. Check 25.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Forced out into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Dang, baby.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. From the gun, it's Carr.
Here we go.
And this is Cook with a grab. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down now, it's Mack. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun on third down, Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Mike Spofo.
Come on, D.
Throwing on second down, Jones. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Jones now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the block, motion, block.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's a party now. Hey, orbit.
Throwing on first down, Jones.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Mike Daniels able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
44, Mike, 44. Too little, Cupcake.
Jones throwing on third and long.
Get in the weight room.
That one complete to Anderson. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
A 59-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You can have the first one for the second one to even matter.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Carr. They'll run the screen with Mack. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Carr to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Okay, ready?
Mike Spofo. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing, Jones. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He's not going to give me that.
From the gun, Jones. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Oh, shifty.
Whoa.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Carr. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Down. 180.
57's Mike.
3 buzz. 3 buzz.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. Now.
I got you.
Get it.
Now Jones, off play action. He's going to air one out for Anderson, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Come to my world. Kill.
Smooth.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Now. 180. 57. Come on, baby. Raider 1. 57. 180.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
Intercepted by the Jaguars. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It's going to be a long day.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Jacksonville, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time in 11